that he can't do any more damage to it.
Down at game 3. Middleton, the spin, the floater. He's Halliburton left open. He's going to fire. Record with 22 threes. Pet. Milwaukee is us. Lopez leaning hook.
Able to be effective.
One with 29. Middleton fires.
And get back to controlling that defense.
First shot elevates here. Nembhard got. Portis loves the contest. Smith, whose shot has failed him the left. How do you handle this kind of a moment? Turn the corner. Lillard left him open. So Beverly circles. The Halliburton finds the laces. Lillard's going to pull, and he sticks and changes direction.
Job of attacking.
Home floor. Lillard, boy, expecting contact. And it's been interesting offensively.
They do, and it Pacers, a lot of times that starts with their
time as Toppin streaks inside. Toppin having a career year. Halliburton and Pacers run little pick and roll action.
Lopez get all the way to the rim.
Danilo Gallinari. Lopez. Halliburton finds the laces. Looked like Toppin thought about loose ball. Gallinari, his trainers working on Lillard for a potential game 7. Halliburton down the paint, and he goes.
Allow for the Bucks to have a.
Toppin stops on a dime.
Get out early, attack.
A wreck. Turner got a piece, but Turner didn't have a lot of space.
Active, creating possessions.
First he spins, floats it up, and all right, get the steal, and then it's Halliburton underneath Toppin. Conch bench in the league. Not only the
game comes down to tempo. If they
minute and a half. Line all the way through. Want to shoot. He's got to lead the Pacers. Middleton
as well.
See ya. Shadowed by 2 deep in the corner. Lillard in tight, and he's so busy for the Bucks.
He still is, and so that's an adjustment as well.
Portis all the way. So Portis is okay. First was just a sensational game. Corner. Toppin. Spins the shot, soft touch. Connell working against A.J. Green.
On your defense. Gonna push it, gonna play with great tempo.
6 points, 4 assists. Quickly a step back fade. Good in terms of Lillard. Taking Isaiah Jackson to the set. McConnell the spin. The post and Portis. Seconds, Lillard will fire. And
doing a good job of passing the basket. I'm not talking vision.
This is the opportunity. Middleton taking some contact. Playoff series of his career during the regular season. Donald drives, kicks to Nesmith. A 3.
Level the ball and then making the.
Lillard against McConnell. Cut this thing down to 4 as director. And the rest of our series when holding a 3-1 lead. Lofting to Siakam. Lillard fires deep shot. Portis. I was just going to. Here comes Nesmith. Nesmith contacted around this Indiana Pacers team. Lillard, Burton, Nembhard. Beverly trying to flee. Slashes inside.
I'd like to see them have more opportunity.
Right to Portis on the box. Turns, misses short. Offensive rebound, and that
with their defense are the Bucks.
Andrew Nembhard. Sin missed it, and again it's
the Pacers.
Siakam, boy, he's going to fire short. This little shot put floater, missed it. Nembhard changes direct, side steps, layup, missed it. And Turner now with Lopez on his back. Down Middleton, the leader, missed it. Halliburton turns, goes glass, no. Bring Milwaukee. Halliburton, no looks to Nembhard, gets it. Sleek contact, no. Nesmith, he's got 10. Middleton underneath Connaughton. The Lopez only 6 free throws.
Foul on Miles Turner, so he's going to be.
Smith, there's a couple of 3. In the handle, the shot. Kid who is on the verge of super clip for this corner pick and roll. Lopez extend. I'm sure.
Seconds. They're switching our strategy. If you can be
Celtics with NBA campaign. Middleton. One of the looking to push up top.
The Pacers are making on both sides of the bench in the game. Through Portis and Lopez.
Discrepancy so far. Chisels about hole for the last shot, but a one. Beverly contact, no.
The Pacers are a unique team. They're with their ball movement.
Bob in that regard in the first. Been quiet so far. Spin.
Needs to score fast.
Lillard. Obi Toppin Summit
up for Portis, and they get a rhythm. And again, they're going to get another paint all season. They're plus 10 in that first half defensively.
The game here. Toppin rolling the cup. Pump fakes Toppin, nearly
Possession.
Lillard creeps into the paint. Neesmith left unaccounted for.
An important offense.
Portis working out of the corner. Underneath. Hard looking for some daylight. Picks up the dribble. Halliburton. Missed it point blank. Couple. It's down to 10. Top.
Your bench and your guys, your complement with Middleton as a wing.
24-1. Nees.
Keep an eye on moving forward here.
Back, he gave it away. Toppin. Hoping steps back in and in for a slither of hope. Middleton knifes into the paint. Neesmith from deep.
Get the mismatch. You force
Middleton underneath. Beverly. Portis filling the rack.
Come back with Lillard. Your goal is to not
To the top into the corner. Boy, he
break down defensively. There's just
Middleton.
sides, and they've also got to be able to rebound.
Obi Toppin moment of the season. Does, but that one goes right through the Middleton create
Points. It's Halliburton. If you're the Bucks, you want to
couple moments here. Nembhard, the Beasley to the cup, and he incredibly. Toppin again finds the laces. That one
without Lillard in the
that ball movement. Shepard misses inside, full extent.
out 3 or 4 dribbles there, and
So a 9-point Indiana lead. Look out! Rick Carlisle told us the other night, but he's a kid who just figures things out.
without the basketball.
Milwaukee on its back foot. Connell's gonna fire. Lopez going left.
Been a big thing the whole game. We're gonna have to
Offensive rebound.
And creates that opportunity.
Lillard crowded. Portis from deep. Mass. Minute gone by in the fourth. Siakam. Portis 29 points the other night.
Rick Carlisle, a lot of credit.
McConnell inside. It's going to be Portis trying to fend off Turner. You saw Turner.
They've got to figure out a way to settle and also control that defensive backboard.
Bounces in for Turner.
2 turnovers. That's an example of it on that.
As we cross the 9-minute mark, and this guy
Having to switch, which is what they
side. Portis trying to tie him up. McConnell threw it away. Beasley back. Shepard.
defensively. One off the bench, but it's been
Crazy. GA.
I would have.
Goodness. TJ McConnell stops on a dime, missed it. To dig deep, starting right.
You've got to be able to control that defense to rebound.
Siakam.
Guards out there, a wing, and then Portis.
Everything he wants. Lillard now approaching 30.
And if
Here comes Nembhard. In the biggest game of their season, Portis.
tough contested too.
Nembhard.
Create the pressure.
Turner. Lillard shovel pass to Lopez. Here comes Siakam. Boy, take. Portis in Neesmith.
Up and showed out here.
Halliburton to Siakam.
Been impressive animal. And you got to give
Minutes. AJ Green spins. Giannis was able to come back at some point.
as well. A challenging offseason. Not the job. That trade to go and get Tyrese.
Look at that ball.
Shout out to Chad, your young players, fan base, and then they went to here tonight.
There's no better back with what is Jackson on the box, turns Philadelphia.
Took advantage of what
He's gotten older and these guys have gotten younger.
great offensive mind group does.
Hans Reid in the East. It's a Livingston pick. Big playoff experience with this current
Oh, it's a lot easier. They'll take the front of this crowd with how well they played in
postseason success.
first half, but also give a lot of credit. The Pacers are a unique team. Their first half, they did a terrific job with their ball movement.
Bob trolling the tempo. It was all Indiana in that regard in the first. Siakam been quiet so far. Spin.
Meaning it gives Indiana opportunities to score fast.
Especially on defense.
Obi Toppin Summit.
2 possessions for the Bucks. They get a post up for Portis, and they get a rhythm and play better offensively. And again, they're going to get another. This has been a great offensive team in the paint all season. They're plus 10 in that first. Disrupt like we saw in that first half defensively.
One of the ways they're able to come back and get to within a game here. Toppin rolling the cup. Middleton up the floor. Pump fakes, Toppin nearly.
But they had an advantage down low on that possession.
Pass 2-on-1. Lillard creeps into the paint. So it's a 7-point game. This is Nesmith left unaccounted for.
Advance. He is such an important offense.
Portis working out of the corner. Halliburton underneath. Okay, 24 to play. Nembhard looking for some daylight. Picks up the 12-point lead. 6 to shoot. Halliburton. Beverly in the corner. No. Portis is there. Missed it point blank. Couple from Milwaukee. Down 12 a minute ago. That's down to 10. Top.
Has been terrific. And you expect your bench and your guys, your complement lineup, 3-guard lineup, really 4 with Middleton as a wing.
Now just an incredible difference. 24-1.
Challenge here. So that's something to keep an eye on moving forward here.
Lineup errant pass, but he tried to pull it back. He gave it away. Toppin up his third.
Now
Lillard probing, steps back in and team. Looking for a slither of hope. They're on the ropes. Portis double teamed out of Middleton. Knifes into the paint. Beverly spins. Nesmith from deep.
Play made by Siakam again. You get the mismatch. You force the.
Middleton underneath. Beverly. Off the floor comes Beverly. Portis filling the rack.
You don't, when you come back with Lillard, your goal is to not third quarter.
Halliburton gets it to top into the corner. Boy, he playoff career high.
And another breakdown defensively. There's just
14 for Indiana. Connaughton.
With this group out, they don't have a lot of size, and they've also got to be able to rebound for the Pacers.
Obi Toppin's putting it together at the biggest moment of the season. Connell trying to maintain a pivot foot. He does. But that one goes right through the 12-point game. 2-man action here. Middleton create.
We'll focus on the amount of points. This Halliburton. One plus minus matters, because right now, if you're the Bucks, you want to
play. Now with Lillard on the bench. Critical moments here. Nembhard.
Middleton right now either.
Beasley to the cup, and he Bucks pinch tonight. Incredibly. At least a decade. Toppin again finds the laces. That one.
Been able to score consistently here without Lillard in the
defense. Into the corner. McConnell. Look at that ball movement. Shepard misses Jackson. Taking the young big inside. Full extent.
One dribble, it's one thing, but you can't allow 3 or 4 dribbles there. And
matchup between those two. So a 9-point Indiana lead. Lopez turns it over. Nembhard, look out. Hard letting him hear about it. Rick Carlisle told us the other night experience. He came with so much seasoning, but he's a kid who just figures things out.
But here he's had to learn how to play without the basketball.
Here's once again have Milwaukee on its back foot. McConnell's gonna fire. Here comes Beverly. Lopez going left.
The fourth quarter.
Well, rebounding has been a big thing the whole game. We're going to have to.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Offensive rebound.
Forces the steal and creates that opportunity.
Together on the biggest night of their season. Lillard crowded. He sets to 14. Portis from deep. Mass. Minute gone by in the fourth. Connell. Siakam. Bobby Portis, 29 points the other night.
Yeah, but give Rick Carlisle a lot of credit.
Quarter of game action. McConnell inside. It's going to be. Here comes Portis trying to fend off Turner. You saw Turner. McConnell, the spin.
If you have to keep taking the ball out, they have got to figure out a way to settle in a little bit better, and then also control that defensive backboard.
Tonight, Nembhard bounces in for Turner.
Free throws here for Turner.
Pacers took 4 of the 5.
Rush shots or potential turnovers. That's an example of it on that.
Siakam. As we cross the 9-minute mark, and this
He's not coming out. They're going to just end up having to switch, which is what they want.
Portis on a switch. Inside, Portis trying to tie him up. McConnell. Boy, dangerous pass there. Nearly threw it away. Beasley. Siakam gets it back. Shepherd.
Their spacing and their timing offensively. It's been terrific as well with 21 off the bench, but it's been.
I'd never call you crazy, GA.
I would have.
Look at that bench scoring. My goodness. TJ McConnell. McConnell stops on a dime, missed it. Milwaukee's going to come back. They're going to have to dig deep, starting right.
Shot, which we saw in the last possession. You've got to be able to control that defense, but you're going to need your guards to rebound.
Siakam.
Play. You got 3 guards out there, a wing, and then Portis.
Trying to give Dame everything he wants. Lillard. And Lillard now approaching 30.
And if them defend the entire shot clock.
Here comes Nembhard. Just an incredible performance in the biggest game of their season. Portis
Hesitated when you end up taking a tough contested 2.
We're going to reset. This is Turner. Nembhard.
Oh, and that's one way you alleviate the pressure.
Nembhard. Turner. Minute mark in regulation. Lillard shovel pass to Lopez. Seen Andre Jackson tonight for Doc Rivers. Here comes Siakam. Boy, take. Portis dribbling into some open real estate. Gets it to Nesmith.
Fan base, and boy, they showed up and showed out here.
So clearly trying to run that clock. Halliburton to Siakam.
They have been impressive. It's just not quite the same animal. And you got to get.
So we hit the final 3 minutes. AJ Green. Siakam spins. Well, there was a hope that Giannis was able to come back at some
pace and ownership, and obviously those players as well. Bucks team, well, they are going to have a challenging offseason. And how about the job that made all the right moves, the trade to go and get Tyrese Nesmith and his development.
Look at that ball.
Shout out to Chad. Gives a tremendous amount of confidence to your young players. Great group, great fan base, and then they went to the by that young man here tonight.
There's no better bout, and this city going to be rewarded with what is. They give it to Jackson on the box. Turns is tonight in Philadelphia.
The game plan really took advantage of what's on offensively.
NBA player as he's gotten older and these guys have gotten younger.
He's done a terrific job. Always had a great offensive mind. 5-on-5 basketball, and that's what this group does.
Andre, the number 6 seed in the East. Yet, it's a Livingston pick. Indiana team, limited playoff experience with this current.
Yeah, and we've talked about this, Spiro. It's a lot easier. They'll take the, knowing that they're going to be back in front of this crowd with how well they played it.
Tasting postseason success.